Isn't that crazy how one person can exert so much pressure on the map by just being there? Milky Way just being him. You have to put down the wards. You have to spot where he is as Krokos wins some pressure.
Wow, flash for
flash.
Yeah, Care gonna lose that summon at Kroko. Starts off the chickens. I mean, it's a mid laner advantage for AL, but he's not here just yet. Raptors will reset, but Milky Way might have to flash himself as Shanks is moving over. Yeah, and Milky Way forced away, but now his flash is on cooldown, and he's slowed. Milky Way's in trouble. The superstar of the split in spring, but taken down to start his playoffs run.
Rotating life towards the top side of the map, but again, no summoner spells on Milky Way, no summoner spells on to Care. Very, very dangerous to walk into Kroko, especially now that he's level 6 and got his ultimate available to him.
3v2 in the mid lane, potentially. Shanks still has that flash, and oh no, the crash down. Life jumps straight into the knockup. It denies his own engage tool. Care forced away in the mid lane, and look at this. AL, not only will they get 2 grubs on the top side, they now try and force a fight on the bottom side, and Life is the one caught out. Hope looking for a kill volley, not even needed because he flashes over the wall to get the autos in. Doctum forced underneath his own tower. This is early game domination. AL take over, and Shanks solo kills Care.
Walking down from top lane, securing the void grabs from Kroko. Kroko hitting level 6, which means now he's a threat because Milky Way is only level 5. Shanks pressure in mid because Care doesn't have that flash available. Whilst Hope had already shoved that bot lane and pushed up the river to sandwich. Struggling with HP right there from all the poke that you just mentioned. They knew that Kroko's Lilia was still with the top side of the map as well. Now Milky Way is looking for some towards the volley. He gets engaged on.
Oh my god, he's just stunned up forever. The volley comes in and Milky Way just has to flash away for his life. ZDZ TP's bot side, maybe a chance as Hope does get caught by the knockup, but can they finish the Ash? The answer's no, and Life is pulled back underneath the tower. No way! Hope and KL 2v4 find one.
Eject these and play it front to back, have their guaranteed engage. Now Life, he's caught between a rock and a hard place. He's all alone towards the top side. Milky Way and ZDZ are just arriving just now.
I mean, look at this tower. It's just getting shredded by Alan.
It's gone.
3 people arrive with the grubs there as well. Will it fall? Alan's just going to walk up and hit it. Who cares about minions? He's Nasus, walks in, takes that. Now
he gets to pin them down. And talking about pinning down, you have so many tools with the Rel, with the Ash, the Lilia. So many tools to get that Nasus into the fight. Now, of course, with the trade onto Shanks down the bot lane, taking his flash, forcing his back.
Kroko getting away with daylight robbery. They take every single camp on the top side. Now they can move to Herald. And in the meantime, AL are pushing on the bottom side. Feels like everywhere on the map, they're taking control. Arrow goes slightly wide, but Care and Doctum are struggling to get here in time. With 6 grubs, this tower is gone. Shanks now wants to try and get away. In fact, he just 1v1s Care. In comes his support as Doctum goes wide on the W. He can hide behind the horsey, and Doctum falls. 2v2 from Shanks and Care.
FPX's way, they cannot control their towers, they cannot control vision. Every single skirmish that they've tried to force has gone AL's way, and that's because they're just stronger. It's really difficult for all the skirmishes that FPX has been wanting to take, and now the Rifter is also going to be popped in the mid lane to assist Hope taking this mid lane tower. Doesn't have to overextend, he can just back off, reset, grab a few items, let Shelly do the job, and AL are showing up. I feel like this is something significant that we've been seeing from BLG, and I feel like AL do remind me a little bit of BLG in terms of you gain something very small on the map, you turn it into a bigger lead. Every single objective has resulted in vision, which has resulted in their positioning being better. And look at FPX, we said it, they're so squishy, they're struggling.
ZDZ forces his way into the mix. Hope low on HP, surviving for now as Life goes in. Hope finally falls, and Kael's low as well. Care dives into the mix and has to flash straight back out. Rocket slightly wide from Shanks. It's a good fight from FPX, but it's 3v4 as Care now chased down by Shanks, and here comes the dog from far away. Doctum and Milky Way try to
80
escape.
minutes in for AL, and I think this is pretty much cookie cutter from then from here on out. Oh no, Care. Oh no, Care. You're too far forward, buddy.
Not the place to be, is it? And look at that arrow as well from Hope. Insult to injury. AL find themselves a pick. This is where they've really excelled this year, finding these picks in side lanes, finding these opportunities to punish an individual, and then snowballing that one pick into massive advantages. They're already 10,000 gold up, and that's before they even look towards this Baron.
Now, again, if you're wondering, hey guys, like, why is FPX looking like this? Milky Way, your face shaking, buddy!
Yeah, he will survive for the time being. His hope doesn't really bring that much, but Alan does. Here he comes. There's a dog in him. And FPX are about to feel the bite. As now in comes EDZ to try and answer. He does get one for himself. That's all he'll find, and that is plenty for AL to turn towards the Baron.
You see FPX, you engage FPX, you kill FPX. You have so many items right now in your inventory, so much engaged frontline. FPX can unfortunately for themselves not pierce through that. Pierce was not going to be quite enough, almost was enough to take down KL. It's not going to be the case, and again...
Options. Who is going to face check? Like, nobody is tanky enough to really face check anything. I think Croco was literally just waiting for the true shot barrage there as well. But, like, you know, when you fall behind with this kind of composition, it's just so difficult to come back into things. It's so difficult to find your way and find any level of control unless there's a mistake. AL don't look like they want to make any mistakes. KL actually goes forward into ZD's ult, and Ala starts to chase things up. But using that Baron, they don't even need to fight. Croco wants to, though. Looks for the sleep onto multiple. Dogdom there as KL will go down, and Dogdom still surviving. Ala pushing forwards, but no kills yet for AL. I don't think they mind, though, because Shanks is a sniper. Dogdom steps forward, but the honey fruit keeps Shanks alive, and he looks for Dogdom himself. Shield comes out from life at the last second, but in the meantime, the base is falling apart. It's in shambles, and FPX they're fighting tooth and nail, but
it's probably not the Nasus.
Care caught by the Wither, caught by the damage from that E as well. Is AL now pressuring in the top side. They've already got 2 inhibs for themselves. They're looking for a third. And Ala is just invincible. They're all hitting him, and they do nothing. ZDZ gets into the backline. It's some good damage, but it's just not good enough because the rest of the team can't even have a look in it.
I don't think Croco has even reset here. From the previous fight, he just took red buff and blue buff from enemy jungle. He's got his Seeker's arm guard, which is all he needs for the next fight. No flash available for him. Only 2 Nexus towers standing between AL and a victory.
I mean, they don't even have to fight, right? They just need to let the supers do the work. Let the Nasus do the work. ZDZ tries it again, but it fails again, and that's a rocket and a half from Shanks. FPX sent back onto the fountain. One last ditch attempt, and
taking things that are not supposed to be his. Entire chicken camp, and now the Krugs right there have been started by Croco Life. He's gonna show some resistance as Milky Way's on his way too.
Oh, Life's Aftershock just took like all of the small Krugs there. That's pretty huge. As Croco now going to be exhausted. Life goes in to try and set up the play. Croco still surviving as Hope gets his Qs out. Milky Way joins into the fray, and he's going to look for his first reset of the game. Croco so low on HP, still has that flash as Hope now engaged upon. Has to cleanse to keep himself alive as in they go. Milky Way low though, and it's first blood for Hope instead. KL low, Dogdom and Hope still going strong, and Hope has found 2. Hope has found 3. Hope has found the lead.
And Hope gets exhausted, and constantly you have Hope who's super long range, poking down everyone with the Qs as well.
Hang on a second. Alan just finds a solo kill in the mid lane. ZDZ is going to go down as well. It's an absolute dip across the map. AL are massacring FPX.
Tension right there. Gets punished in all 3 lanes, losing at the same time. And AL are looking for a dive.
It's not getting any better, is it? ZDZ's here, and he's level 6. That could be huge. Actually, FPX have a chance to turn this game around. Hope trying to escape with his life as KL will fall. FPX get to and finally answer some of this early game.
A little bit over-eager right there from AL. Again, one of their big qualities is that they make plays that are very informed due to their vision control. There was no vision control around this play. It was just, we see champions, we poke them down, let's dive them. FPX, a great answer right there. Shanks? Shanks?
Not like this. Shanks gets his shield and eradicates Care. 2 solo deaths. 6 grubs for AL once again. Just like game number 1, they get the first Drake and they get 6 grubs. Second Drake is a minute and a half away, so they can set up for that next objective. This is complete and utter control from AL. Honestly, from AL, this is absolutely beautiful League of Legends that we're witnessing.
Absolutely, and especially since you see the history of that team, right? They took over from Rogue Warriors that had not made playoffs. They literally missed playoffs in spring for one game. The flash!
Flash for the stun. Can they find Shanks? Care low on HP, and Shanks forced to flash away. He gets into the brush, but I don't think he gets away with this one. Doctor will flash to finish the job. Shanks still going somehow. Yone is definitely a champion, but Dogdom will take him down and get a shutdown to boot. Oh no.
Oh, Milky Way.
In the meantime, Croco just finishes off another Milky Way falls.
Great pick right there from FPX. Hold on.
It's a good cleanse from Doctum, but do they have anything left in the tank? Hope is trying to chase for more as the stun comes on in, and Doctum will fall. Life has nowhere to go. A TP from a teammate. ZDZ joins the fray, but Life has already gone down, and ZDZ can't really get in. Hope's on the wrong side of things, though. ZDZ hitting onto Kale. Hope is trying to clear this minion wave right now as he gets some damage onto Care. ZDZ, and now a TP from Ala, as he said. Care, low on HP, and Hope will finish the job. ZDZ can't even get a singular kill as Hope gets them all. AL up.
3 levels down from Milky Way. Croco arrives. They pull the ultimate under the tower, and even though he gets that level 8, it's just not quite enough. There's too much damage and resources coming in from AL. One more time, FPX are trying to contest.
This could be a sad way for the FPX story to end, and they don't want it to end here. They find a pick onto Croco. They find themselves a Herald. A reset for Milky Way as Shanks is caught within the circle. He's between worlds, and now he's between the members of FPX as well. That's 2, and FPX finally fight back.
Showing up again bot lane without the TP. Remember, he just TP'd in the previous skirmish that we saw down the bot lane. Oh, the flash.
Okay, attempt on Hope. This is a chance here to snowball. Hope solo on HP. In goes Kyle to try and save his AD carry, but Hope sniped down by Doctor. And Kyle might be the next on the chopping block. A TP behind them coming through from Shanks as he looks to try and answer for his bot lane's death. And answer he will. Kyle still falls. It's 2 for Doctor, but Shanks wants to answer in kind. 2 for him as Life trying to survive, but Milky Way's on the way over as well. And in the meantime, Anna's underneath the tower. He's taken a tier 2, and he looked for Care as well. Life just about gets away with exactly that, and Milky Way won't be so lucky. Shanks is everywhere. He is the executioner.
Overextended down the mid lane. FPX see the opportunity, they dive on it. Grab a couple of kills onto Doctum. Doctum is the only shining light, the only ray of sun in this very dark tunnel. I feel like all the swaps around and missing creeps and minions and waves on the swaps back and forth to mid lane and top lane. Now, they've seen everyone from FPX walk up. They've walked through that tri-brush right there, which was warded by AL. So they know exactly. And Shanks,
they know.
I look to
Question mark? Yeah, Shanks is here.
They have to know. They saw Doctum walk up.
Croco moves up. He's looking at the wave. There we go. Ward in, but they've still walked close enough. And Shanks is going to go down, surely. Tries to survive, but he's down. There's a reset. And this is the chance. Doctum, though, has gone too deep. And Ala answers on the bottom side of the plate, but he goes down as Hope tries to get involved. FPX, even though AL knew
on top of Vision, and AL are moving straight in. FPX realize, and we'll back off for the time being, but you said it, 27 seconds for the next dragon is going to be Soul for AL. FPX needs some sort of setup right there, which they're not allowed to have.
There's absolutely no Vision down there for the side of FPX either. AL will now clear Vision in the top side using that Rift Scuttler, the Void Scuttler even. And AL, they're just going to look for a fight. Kyle just charges in, ult slammed down, and FPX removed from the situation. AL.
No matter how important mid laners are, not in this series, but in particular in the current meta that's happening, in AL, off of that pick, are going to secure themselves Soul Point. Remember how we said to these fight, but it's not even a bait at this point. Like, even if FPX tried to fight them 5 versus 5, they will just take it.
I mean, they do it so fast. With a Yone there, with an Ezreal, with a Lilia. It's not like they're short on damage. Look at this.
Back to back.
It's free. It's absolutely free. Kyle just sits on the front line, and with Ocean Soul, he doesn't even take damage. There's a sleep on Milky Way as well. Oh my god, from bad to worse for FPX. He's burning. The Leandries finishes the job. ZDZ tries to threaten the backline, but Hope eats towards him. In the meantime, Kyle has gone down. Maybe a chance for FPX to find something, but Hope is 1v.
He still wants it. He's looking. He's going to hit forward. That's another Q that misses, but hey, his sights are on the tower, whilst AL are taking mid lane inhibitor. Again, another fight that went south for FP. Care had no time to reset right there. He just had to TP into this fight and try to help his team. By the time he got there, it was too late. Milky Way was already dead, and again...
Hope is just pretty huge in his own right, let's be honest. And again, FPX, you know, so good against TT. Such a fun series to watch. At the end of the day, AL are here to prove that they are a contender. They are here to prove that they deserve to go to the World Championship. And right now, I don't think there's even a conversation to be had between these two teams. ZDZ disagrees, but I think ZDZ's wrong as he's sent back to the fountain. AL, slow and steady, wins the race. And I say that at 29 minutes. It's not that slow. They're quite happy to go without a fight. Ocean Soul used effectively, life forced out of the play as Care will find himself a fifth death for the game. Allah sets them apart. The lightning comes down and FPX fall. The Phoenix won't be able to find the fight, but Croco move over, get the Scuttle Crab. No, again, just ignoring the crab here, looking for a fight instead. Needs to be careful though, because Milky Way is full HP in that brush. I don't think this is going to turn into a fight, but then again, I mean, if Milky Way finishes the recall, it's a big advantage for AL, which is still a knife's edge the whole time. As AL, I think, are just going to finish trying to push this wave in. He's trying to let his bot lane get the wave in. No, he's trying to find a kill onto life instead. Croco goes in. One more auto onto life. First flood put at what cost? Because Doctor is free firing and answers. Milky Way charges forward but goes wide on the swirl seed. The root sidestep by Doctor. It's Croco. That's big damage onto Milky Way. And ZDZ is chunked as well. Milky Way down to 300 HP. A trap in the brush as the Gromp blocks the spear, but Care's in trouble in the mid lane as here comes Kael to set Shanks up, and there we have it. Mid lane won again.
It's in going, so Milky Way playing toward the bot side of the map feels a bit safer. Shanks again.
Fight in the jungle. Milky Way was going for the invade, but he's caught out. In the meantime, though, there's a kill, and Milky Way still survives. Hope now in trouble as Croco was put to sleep.
So oppressive so far in the early game, and yes, you expect Jhin to fall behind into the Caitlyn buys a BF sword in Doctum's inventory of 1,000 gold as a whole. How the tables have turned.
Great angle for ZDZ. Allah pops the Dominus, something ZDZ, or something Care, sorry, didn't manage to do earlier on in the series. Allah took another tower shot. ZDZ surely finds a solo kill. Beautifully done.
FPX out.
It's a great trade if he's not in tower range, but he was in tower range, so ZDZ.
Ecstatic.
Yeah, very, very happy with the way that one's gone. No. Lane swap, though, to shut down ZDZ. In fact, it's not even a swap. Allah's here, too. And the FPX of Hope flashed by ZDZ. He knows what's going on. This is in trade of what's happening on the bottom side. Kael happy to tank up. There's the root. And the damage will come on through. Surely they finish the job here. There we go. Croco gets the kill. And in the meantime, Doctum is just taking...
This is why Croco early on stuck around towards the bottom of the map, because if you take that flash away from Caitlyn, she cannot be as oppressive anymore. She has to be far forward, but that was never the case. Doctum with a very good 2,000 gold early game lead, and again, he was responsible. You see, giving Shanks a lot of tower plate action down the bottom of the map, whilst Doctum is straight in top lane tower.
ZDZ's trying to come underneath this tower to defend, but there's three players.
Fine for now.
Will survive. Alan can't get another plate, so all things considered, these trades are going so well for FPX. Doctum is 2,000 gold up individually, and it's only getting worse as he collects yet more plates on the top side, denies yet more minion waves in that top side as well. I mean, he's 30 CS up on his lane opponent, and this tower will fall. That'll be the second tower before 14 minutes. Croco, though, moves up to this top side. Double TP here onto the Nidalee trap. AL want to punish. Doctum cannot get away with this unscathed. And Shanks tries to move in. Alan takes a huge chunk of damage. Look at the damage from Doctum onto the Croc. But there's only so much he can do. And Doctum will fall. Life might be next as the root does land. Kael happy to tank up the tower. And a double for Shanks.
And it feels like the name
can't be that setup tool, because FPX right now with a Herald as well, with 3 Grubs, with a Caitlyn this strong, they are set up to really take objectives.
As you can see though here, a little bit of a different flavor. You see that FPX is actually able to walk into these objectives. Come through for FPX. Now they're using how Doctum is in the lead to try and pressure the mid lane. Rift Herald gonna be popped in. That will be the last tier 1 tower remaining for AL, also going down. And this is going to challenge AL's control on the map. How do you regain control? You've got Alistar, you've got the Renekton. Can you walk up to those objectives?
FPX got that first Drake. They're looking for a second. ZDZ had his tank on the front line. This is going to be a full-on 5v5 as Shanks arrives on the play as well. Spear goes wide. The trap lands onto Ala. Dominus will keep him alive for a second. In fact, doesn't even get to use it. Nicely done, FPX setting up on the Drake. Get the trap, get the kill.
They could see there was a trap in there. Croco was fighting for this. Yeah, and Doctum's job right there is to set up a lot of those objectives and the choke points and stuff. Oh,
it's pretty hard to kill with that Unbreakable. Kyle, Unbreakable will as well. Kyle low on HP, put to sleep, and the swirl seed finishes the job. FPX set up a trap on the TP as well, so they might just have Croc for dessert. FPX, beautiful jungle play, and they send AL away. But I don't know, maybe not. I'll have to see. Shanks trying to heal off of the Gromp in the meantime. We'll be able to do so. Maybe this time, when you're not fighting in the jungle into these traps, maybe this is your angle for the side of AL.
Ala is also looking for a flank right here. Care is blocking that one for him. Kyle on the other side again. When there's too many flanks, there will be an undernumbered group.
Ala in the backside of the Dragon Pit. Kyle looking for the flash over the wall. Ala pops the Dominus and looks for Milky Way here. In they go, and the Dragon is stolen. Croc in the middle of everyone, but Kyle's going to go down, and the Croc was taken out by ZDZ, so maybe a chance for FPX to turn this into a game and turn this into a series. They find two, and they look to Baron.
ZDZ was so clutch there. Alex, they're going to have to make sure that he doesn't have access to the pit.
Health bars aren't that healthy for FPX, and Croco's in the area for a steal. Milky Way chunked out as Shanks is threatening on the bottom side. He's 3v5 in the Baron Pit, and the 3 win it out. Croco moves into the back of the Baron Pit as Kyle arrives on the scene, but Shanks is one-shot. Doctum turns it around as Kyle gets 3, and now the spine fight, and Milky Way wins those. FPX have woken up. They're here to play.
Technical is going to be called by Hope right here, soaked up mostly by Life and ZDZ. And look at FPX, very patient. They pull back once all of the cooldowns were gone. They call, oh my god, Doctum.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroyed Shanks.
Phenomenal combo there from Doctum. Accepted pushing FPX off of the Baron. That's a one play. But they had to push for more, didn't they? Ala.
Oh boy.
I mean, he's 2 levels down on Care. Care is well and truly in the game now. W's forward, but this time it's right. Solo kill and revenge for the rest of them.
He really needs that confidence boost as FPX are pressuring all 3 lanes at once. Inhibitor tower mid, 2 waves pressuring on side lanes as well by Care and ZDZ. Perfect use of that Baron, only the inhibitor, but every single altar tower remaining for AL, and 7,000 now gold in the lead for FPX. They absolutely needed this to stay alive in this series.
FPX pressuring multiple. Oh my! What even was that? Was that a headshot? That's insane damage on the home. Oh, was it a rocket as well? I was going to say, just an auto is too insane. As FPX, they'll be able to finish this with ease. If there's one thing Caitlyn's good at, it's these Baron Siege scenarios. Croco is hunting for spears. I think FPX know exactly where he is. And now FPX can muscle in as ZDZ's on a flank, but Kyle sends him away. Croco flashes to safety just about. Primal Surge keeps him alive, but Kyle has sacrificed his life to save his jungler. 2 inhibs down. And FPX, I think, are happy with the way that's gone. However, a reset came through and a TP's coming back in. FPX, they're not done just yet. They want to push us to 4 games in the fastest game of the series so far. FPX answer back for the crimes AL have committed in those first 2 games. The Phoenix is very...
He's giving up his jungle to get Hope and Kyle ahead. Doctum, no flash.
Nobody plays Zyra to farm. What are you talking about, Croco? On the full gank, Zyra. Is it enough? Because Kael is low, but Dogtum is chunked and will be finished off. There's one. Kael should fall for this one, as Hope is chasing a Milky Way. Is on the way. Croco is going to face check right into them, and Milky Way is set up for more. Hope will be chased down as well, surely, as Life should be able to get shields for Milky Way. It's Milky Way with a double on his signature Kindred. Hope turns it around. The Reaper is hunted instead. Life answers, but it's at least something for AL.
Pure bowling action for 6 minutes straight as Croco will head over the top side. He'll find Milky Way. Both of them have Smite. Oh, actually, Croco does not have his.
Okay, and he forces Milky Way over the wall, so there we go. Smite onto that. Milky Way, no flash available. Ala just takes a freebie. Croco setting that one up for his top laner. Ultimately, a win for FPX there. They get themselves an objective. And I think doing a good job to read what Croco was trying to do. This is the least farm I've ever seen on a Zyra jungle because Croco is... Feels tense, doesn't it? But FPX, despite a fairly quiet early game, 2,000 gold up. Care has been found, locked up by the lightning. Gets a bit of damage down, but there we go. Croco finds the hat trick on the board.
Tools right now to fight it, especially with Kennen ultimate being down. So FPX do have a chance of shoving in that mid lane.
Oh, Fate's
actually,
call. Milky Way is in the area as Kael flashes for a handshake. They just all in. Onto Dogtum, and the roots are there from Croco as well. What a play from anyone's legend. Everyone's legends here in this game.
LPL made sure the world knows a couple of splits back. And Hope and Kael play so aggressively, shutting down Dogtum. Now they can walk into River.
Kael gets a double route onto... Croco gets a double route, and Ala is here. ZDZ with the flash all out onto Ala. And sets up for Milky Way, but the Fate Sealed gets Shanks into the plane. It's 2 for 1. Hope narrowly dodges the Q3, and Life can't.
No major objective being taken down, but this mid lane will get completely unguarded. There's no HP bars from AL to guard this one, so Dogtum will definitely be chipping this one down. The TP coming through from Shanks to defend it.
Oh, he lands on a trap. It's beautiful from Dogtum, but Shanks will flash to safety. This is the series we wanted. This is more like...
Beautiful.
I mean, the difference between ZDZ on Aurora versus ZDZ on Cassante.
Just give him Cassante, man.
Day, isn't it? we saw him getting the kill onto Ala's Renekton in the previous game as well. ZDZ just knows how to take over a game on Cassante, doesn't he? And honestly, I don't know why FPX was so into the Cassante top. It all feels so much better.
And the map is pretty much dead even. You see Ala with that cannon. He has the Void Grub's buff as well. They did manage...
just goes into brushes. I don't think so, though.
That is a pretty advantageous trade, though, for FPX right here. Oh,
knock up into Fate Sealed, and Shanks nearly one-shots Care. The root slam from Croco as well. Shanks tries to get onto this tower. They just want to finish the tower. They don't even care about the kills. Finish the tower, they will. Now Gold Lead wrestle.
Although Milky Way, he's walking straight into that fog of war. Oh no.
He's walking towards
them,
and there we go. The roots come on through. Lamb's Respite in time. It keeps Milky Way alive for the time being, but the hostile takeover keeps him in the play. He's flashed, but straight into the open arms of Ala. Shanks has gone down in the meantime, but so is ZDZ, and it's AL making a brush play this time. Ala's going to try and defend that one. FPX, bit of a split decision here.
That's a little bit of a fake play. They're trying to utilize the fact they have the Herald to put pressure into that mid lane, but he's not trying to take the Baron down. He doesn't need to. He's got 20 carries with him.
He didn't use the ultimate. Milky Way denied entry by Ala, who just evaporates the health bars, gets a bit of a heal. There's Baron, but can they escape with their lives? Croco gets the bailout, and now the flank comes on through. Ken tries to save the day, but Shanks actually sacrificed himself to make the kill happen. 3 remain for AL. They got the Baron. Can they get out? Life is trying to hold them in play, and Dogtum gets a flank with a Hex Gate. Croco so low as Kael dodges away from the Q. Milky Way still in the scene as well as he goes for a flank, and Dogtum flashes into all 3 of them, but he loses his own life for the challenge. Croco down. Life is in a 1v2 at this point as Hope flashes towards him, gets a shield, and gets out with his life.
No way.
Milky Way in a 1v1 with Kael. There's no way Kael can take on the Kindred. Every Baron buff.
Force FPX to fight them, but they take too much damage in the process, and FPX just clear them. Now that mid lane tower is going to fall, and Care might be in trouble here. Shanks and Ale, well, looking toward, and AL do a great job right here, but the wraparound comes through, and Shanks dives too much forward, losing his life. And we're going live because there's more fighting.
Oh my god, it's already kicked off again, and Care's gone. Life chunked out as well as Croco hunts for a little bit more. Don't know if he'll be able to find it with the slow coming on through, but Hope is trying to chase.
With a threatening flank on the top side of the map, second mid lane tower is going to be going to the side of AL. Losing Care right there. It was also spotted towards the bot side, so they know they still have numbers advantage as Care doesn't have TP. He's gonna come back to life right now, but that's two very quick towers for AL. Hulk.
Croco tanks up the ace in the hole here, and AL just start this Drake off. FPX have to try and move in. Milky Way wasn't even here, he was showing on the mid wave. That's why AL are trying to just rush the dragon down, and rush it they will. Stranglethorns come on through. FPX wave down mid lane, so they'll be able to get a tier 2 in trade.
Great stuff right there from AL, taking that dragon. However, as you mentioned, they're going to lose their tier 2 in the process, but now seeing two members of AL staying on the map, what stops FPX from just taking straight up their inhibitors? This is a 3 versus 5. If they kill them here, they could even end the game.
AL are playing with fire by making this trade. It's going to be a tier 2 for Ala and Shanks as Croco goes through a Hex Gate as well. Doesn't push for more, just trying to stop. A great snap decision on that mid lane.
Yeah, and that was very scary as well, right? Because
the Winions? Oh my god, one more auto! It's gone down! They actually get the inhib tower! He's spotted by ZDC, plants in the pit. ZDC is getting pretty chunked by the Baron at this point. FPX have had to back away because of the flank from Ala as well. And Baron half resets 7k, and in goes Ala to save the day. 1-for-1, but the Milkman is down. Ala hates yogurt confirmed as Hope dives in onto Doctor, and Croco finishes them off. AL are done with FPX's miracle run. They don't believe in miracles. They believe in the Wandering Ronin.
Pushing forward, both of them, for the winning team fight, for the winning handshake, and AL show that it was just a fluke. They're back.
The Wandering Ronin, 2 from LCK, 2 from WE, 1 from EDG, but they come together to form this team alongside Tabe, and AL keep their dreams alive. They make it into the 3rd round of the LPL playoffs.